Hello, everyone, and welcome to race number 4 of 14 in the NSDCA Mountain Dew Custom Series, season number 7. It's the first short track of the season, folks. Steelback Stadium from the NSDCA stomping ground of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're back here for the third edition of the SeatGeek 200, won by Luke Rainey and Daniel Kobza in years past. We'll have to see how this one performs. On the pole, a surprising performance by Larry Hagan to get Coors Light Racing, an incredible first starting position. It's their first time on the pole. I mean, they've had a good run in the past or two. I remember one, I think, at Watkins Glen. It's very good to see them using their experienced drivers this season to build up their young program. On the outside of the 28 is the winner of this race, the dominant driver last season here at Steelback, Daniel Kobza in the number 91, and Evernham's All-Star car. 91 has gone to victory once before this season, and it be done a second time here today. We'll have to wait and see. It's a Pennsylvanian on row number 2, Alex Benyako in the number 29 for Ditech, his own team here at what is his home track, I believe. Pocono might be closer, but at least in the MDCS, this is definitely his home track. Benyako looking to perform for his home crowd. Danny Lloyd, an excellent qualifying position here in his number 94. He's had some good qualifying, good starting spots, but in the races, hasn't fared the best. We'll have to see how he does today. Last week's winner, Adam Mitchell, starts 5th. Rose Henson to his outside in 6th. Row 4 sees some surprises. Starting there in 8th, Peter Onjak, the Season 1 champion. There in the number 3 for 2XL, the Ultrad Toyota Camry. It is a Camry this season. Is this 2XL's first start this season? It might be. It might be the first time this season that the 3 has made a race, and they have really turned it up, putting it P8, and then Christian Vargas, P7, another really good qualifying run for him, as he qualified pretty well for himself at Road America as well, although he sits 26th in the point standings. Luke Evans and Gunnar Matheson round out the top 10. Only other real special thing we have to mention before we get this one going is all the way back there is Kyle Corbett, who failed pre-race / post-qualifying inspection. Let's get these 35 drivers fired up for 60 laps of action. Sending you down trackside for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
As pace car will lead them around for a pace lap here at Steelback. 60 laps. This track is like 0.6, 0.7 mile. It's a unique distance for a short track on the bigger side, but you can see it's a wide one. You got some decent banking. It might even be progressively banked here. I'm not exactly 100% sure. Memory not the best coming into today. Apologize for that one, but you'll see moves being made on the inside and the outside. Sundrop Cup Series will be coming here as well for their second go-around, their second season in the Kennametal 400. But Larry Hagan, Daniel Kobza on the front row. What can they do? Who's going to come out on top in the Steel City? The green flag coming just about right now. Oh, it's a late call, but we're underway here at Steelback Stadium. Hustling through turns 1 and 2. One car up the hill back there. That might have been Delgado on the 42 trying to settle it down. At the 23, Riley Wilkin had a good qualifying start. The first time the old BK team has made it. That's now Henson Racing. But up at the front, Hagan has been disposed. And it's Alex Benyako to an astounding roar of the home crowd taking it in the 29. But we got a full timer coming up here trying to mix it up with some of the rotation cars. Here comes the 83 Adam Mitchell with a massive head of steam through turns 1 and 2. Turns 3 and 4, excuse me. You know, when we got seats all the way around this racetrack, it's similar to Bristol, Tennessee, where He mixed up the front stretch and the back stretch. Everybody's shuffling down. Cordell Smith, Christian Vargas way down the track. Vargas had a reason to be down there trying to block the run from Matheson. Luke Evans going backward. He's stuck up high, way high, losing time back there. Some of the Evernham drivers, Jeffrey Finguy, Patrick Smith starting deep in the midfield. As we look back, Bobo Jones losing some ground. Brad Stover as well. Corbett's making up time, and that's 61. Mac Johnson, Brandon Beal, the Daytona winner. Brandon Beal had a really tough qualifying as well as Mac Johnson. Butcher Gatorade Motorsports, both of their cars back there with Chastain and Yamakaze. Archibald Buttersworth rounding out the field. Not where SBR wants to see one of their cars. Delgado still hemorrhaging positions way up there on the high side. Got to get that 42 underneath him. Polar opposites right now for SBR as Mitchell holds down second. Top grouping in the field spreading out. Cobbs settles into third. And here comes Lloyd underneath Hagan for P4. Gunners picked up some spots. This 11 car seems pretty quick. But RER, CFRO, a little bit heated this season. Lloyd got into a accident during speed weeks off the back bumper, or off of the front bumper of the 92. Matheson's teammate. Matheson putting the bumper to the 94 there in turn 2. Almost could have seen a repeat of what could be an ongoing, growing feud for these two teams. As I trip over my words, here comes Kobza looking for third on Mitchell, trying to set up a move. It's early. Kobza definitely knows how to get it done here, but Mitchell very strong on these short tracks. Oh, Hagan nearly into the wall off of turn 2. Onjak looking to the inside, and what is an excellent run for this 3 team. We've seen underdog runs here at Steelback in the past. It was a season or 2 ago, Nicky Morris in the number 1, the sandwich machine, as the fans effectively called it. Put together a good run, but it was not enough to save the team from closing down due to a lack of funds. Vargas setting up an offensive attack there onto the 28 once Onjak clears. If Onjak can clear, as Hagan put in the work on the top. And a little bit of check up. Onjak will clear there. Back up the front, Cobbs is still searching, trying to get some clean air onto that Charger front grille. Well, from the back of the field, you see still side-by-side action throughout this field. As you get further up front, seems to be settling more down. Here's the Kamikaze cars battling it out for the final spot in the top 10. Cordell Smith looking to turn around what has been a dismal start to the season. One top 10, but 27th in the point standings. Not at all where the 67 wants to see itself. Cordell recovering from concussion-like symptoms after his crash at Road America. He was cleared to run this one today, though, in Pennsylvania, and doesn't look like he's missed a beat. Our visor cam driver today is Daniel Kobza here in the 91 for Evernham. Go on board as he chases down P2. You have to really be patient with the throttle on these race cars, especially there in turns 2 and turn 4. You can hear it cause his foot dancing on that gas pedal. Oh, Matheson up the hill. You can really see it on that in-car shot. These towering grandstands here at Steelback. They call it a stadium for a reason, and that's why SeatGeek is a proud partner of this race. I mean, I believe SeatGeek has an exclusive contract with the track to sell tickets, and your first time using SeatGeek, use code MDCS at checkout for 20% off your first purchase with SeatGeek. So we're looking pretty spread out here at the front. Vargas slipping back a little bit. He might fall out of the top 10 if both KGM cars pass him. Rose looking for 9th. Dylan Young might be looking for 10th. Patrick Smith trying to make up ground in the number 39 is smoke. We had a car hit the wall. Is the caution out? No, it is not. Possibly with Brad Stover. Let's get a quick look and see what happened here to the 92. Actually, it does not start with Brad. It's going to start here, I believe, with the 54 and the 20. They're bouncing off the wall in front, and that caught the 20 by surprise. Sends Yamakaze to the inside, and then Archibald Buzzworth was scrambling, trying to figure out how to get by, and caught the 92 and pushed Brad up into the wall. Tough break for those drivers. As we're back to live action here from the Steelback Stadium, Benieko leads it. Mitchell second, Cobbs at third. Then it's a big gap back to Metzen, who's in a bit of an island right now compared to Dustin Neal, Onjak, and Hagan back here. Cornell Smith tagging on. That's your top 8. And now Vargas has fallen out of the top 10. Dylan Young's taken 9th. Rose holding down 10th. We got a big line of Dodges all the way to the Toyota of John Dilks here. Dilks would be running, I think, 14th right now, as here comes Sanford making a big move. Rookie versus veteran right there. Smith's been in a race, at least one race every year of the NSDCA. This is Charles's, I think, 2nd season in NSDCA competition. First here in the MDCS. Now Sanford looking underneath Vargas. It was a missed opportunity for Gatlin Downey Incorporated at Road America. They had a horrible race with both of their cars not really doing a whole lot, but Sanford had an excellent time at Las Vegas on the 35 and the 40 and the 35 and the 65, the teammate, which was Richard Herman that time out, nearly won that race, but Logan Cloud was able to hold them off. They also, when Team Boss Gatlin Downey was in that sister car, the 65, had a really good duel going into the Valvoline 200. Where is that 65? Sanford's teammate, the dirty hooker off-road specialist car. Running mid-pack, it is Downey, the team boss, back in it for a short track. Looking to mix it up with the 44 of Evan Hunter. Anj Auto, they've been criticized, kinda, for putting Hunter in the car. They've benefited from drivers they have not had a whole lot of experience in the MDCS. Countless names have gone up to have upper series success, but Hunter not doing a whole lot so far this season. Evan is... Where's Evan in points? He's currently 15th in the point standings. He has one top 10, but other than that, not a lot happening with the 44. And Evan running mid-pack, not exactly where Team Boss Peter Onjak wants to see those cars running, I'm sure. And you also look to the established veteran on that team, Austin Delgado, running even further back, currently 32nd. Delgado is 7th in the point standing, so he's had a good start to the year, but he's going to plummet after this poor performance today. The 81 has been driven by Preston Emmons to start the season, but this is definitely not who you expect to see in this car today. It is Sebastian Kukulon, the driver who opened up the Sundrop Cup Series season with some wins, now running for Luke Evans Incorporated down here in the MDCS. Sebby knows how to run well in poor equipment here in the MDCS, as he started off with Ford Performance Racing in the 94. I think he thinking out loud here, he may have been like the honorary winner of the Rookie of the Year award in season number 1 for the drivers that came in mid-season, because we did have a couple of cars come in mid-season for some extra teams down in the MDCS. And when Sebby started up Red Bull Motorsports in season number 2, that team was working out of a hotel, a hotel's garage area, and they put it to P2. Sebby almost won the point standings, but lost out, I think, on fuel mileage. So he knows how to get it done. So it's nice to see him helping out some more small teams here in the NSDCA. Up at the front, we've had a pass for second. Cobbs has finally gotten around Adam Mitchell. Can he run down Alex Benieko? Let's talk about this 2019 now. Ditech. They've won a race every MDCS season. You really don't think about them as a race-winning team here in the MDCS. They won their first race with Jesse Turner at Daytona. Then they rolled into Watkins Glen and won it with William Duncan. Duncan, just an excellent road course driver, earned that victory. And then Duncan was set last season for a repeat at Watkins Glen until the engine let go under caution. And it was the teammate Scott Roush who got it done for Ditech. Caution is out, but we're going to keep talking about Benyako. Could it happen today for the team boss here in his home state? Wreck involved the 93, possibly. Oh, I think it's involved Stover again because Stover's down on pit road with heavy damage. That might put Brad out of the race, and I'm pretty sure that's who it's involved. So we'll get a replay, see what happened to Stover. Benyako leads them under caution, and he had a decent gap because it was closing. And now the Californian Daniel will be right up to the 29's back bumper when we go green in just a few laps' time. Brad Stover was off the pace. He'd been lapped, actually. Was running slow, blocking Onjak, and Onjak was not playing around with the lapper and just nails Stover up the hill, and a hard hit to the outside wall for the driver of the 92. 3 cars pretty banged up as well after that one, but Stover out of this one. The only driver who's been involved pretty much in both accidents today. Get back to the green after that one. Lights are out on the Pontiac. Pace car will be going green here with just over 20 to go from the Steelback Stadium in the SeatGeek 200. Stover's out of the race after that wreck. Onjak still finds himself 7th in the number 3, but with heavy right side damage and a crumpled up nose. We'll have to see if that car can keep pace and bring home a good run. Leading this one is the 29 of Alex Benyako over Daniel Kobza, Adam Mitchell, Gunnar Matheson, Danny Lloyd. That's your top 5. Cordell Smith, Onjak, Hagan, Henson, and Patrick Smith, your top 10. 39 creeping its way up into the top 10. That Patrick Smith is your points leader. So a good run today, and he will keep that. Actually, he should keep that because 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the point standings, Jones, Johnson, and Beal have been nowhere today, and Kyle Corbett had to do with failing inspection after qualifying. We're green, but I think Corbett in that 61 has been picking up spots. It's an excellent restart from the 29, pulling away, gapping the 91 early, and here comes Lloyd looking to get underneath the 11. Gunner leaves the door open and give the Englishman P4. Possibly looking for P3 if Lloyd can set up the move. Not quite there quite yet. And here comes Cordell trying to crack the top 5 in the 67. Maybe even throwing it 3 wide if there's a spot down through 3 and 4. Not quite. John Dilks up the hill back there. They are dicey up here between the 39 and the 17. Nearly contact on corner exit. Here comes Finn Guy trying to send it in the mid-pack. Cannot get there. Vargas covers the spot. Up to the front. Benyako holds his line. Hits his marks. Cobbs are trying to reel him in, though. Mitchell trying to keep the top 2 from pulling away as they still fight here. Onjak hasn't lost a skosh of pace at all in that 3 car. Still up here performing. Matheson cannot find the grip on the high side. The car might be better set up for the bottom. Losing time in the 11. Maybe the car's just pushing tight because it didn't look like he went straight up the hill into the corner. Allows the 3 to get underneath. And here comes Patrick Smith throwing it in underneath the 28. That might have spooked Hagan a little bit as the 28 chases it up the hill. Smith not playing any games. He wants these positions as fast as he can get them. Up at the front, it's still all Alex Benyako. Mitchell trying to find the line, trying to pressure Cobbs into a mistake. As I trip over my words. Mitchell just wants that 2nd spot. He would love to go back-to-back and winning these races, but no one's been able to stop that 29 so far. And the 91 has proved very difficult for Mitchell all day long. And what do you know? Black, blue, and white. Black, blue, and white. Black, blue, and white. Black, blue, and white. That color combination has been incredible this season. And it's blue and white up to 5th with Cordell as well. Onjak now chasing up the hill. That wear might be wreaking havoc. Tires really got scrubbed in that wreck as well. John Dilk's pushing up to the top 10 now. Toyota Racing Development on the rebound after a very tough start to their season. Both of their cars into the top 10. The front, Kobza on the attack. 15 to go from Steelback. We're going to get some more visor cam as it's the closest he's been to yet for the race lead. On that white line off of 4, Benyako pushed up the hill a little bit. Not quite a run, though, for the 91 here to make it down into 1. That was Cobbs' best chance yet, and nothing came out of it. Now, coming up in a few laps' time, it'll be 10 to go, and the 91 has to make the move sooner or later. He could be waiting in the wings to make sure the 29 does not have the chance to get him back, but also, if he wastes all of his chances, there might not be one, and he has to make the move. Here comes Daniel Cobbs looking for back-to-back performances at Steelback. Can he get the race lead? Side by side down into turn 3. Adam Mitchell waiting in the wings, knows if either of them slip up into each other, that'll open the door for the 83 to take the race lead, but Kobza clears. But Benyako, the crossover, gets to the bottom quickly. There's still time for the 29 to get by. We'll do one last quick pass through the rest of the field, see where everyone else is running. Onjak really slipping back there in the 3 car. Kyle Corbett's got some front end damage. He's really fallen back as well, about to where he started at the very back of the field. Mitchell pushing up high. He knows he wants to get by this 29, possibly set a challenge on the 91, but Kobza trying to stretch his advantage with the clear track ahead of him. Ooh, Benyako really had to lift that time. Could have burned his tires off there trying to hold off that 91. Add Danny Lloyd into the mix. Could Lloyd sneak up here and get a podium finishing spot? Benyako may have slipped up that time into 1 to allow Kobza some time to get comfortable. Or maybe Benyako's just better in 3 and 4 compared to 1 and 2 because Kobza setting sail again. But Kobza drifts up high off the corner. I think both of their tires are starting to fall off. The top 2. Did Mitchell, did maybe even Lloyd save their stuff better? Who's going to get it done here at Steelback? It's not over yet, folks. You just have to hit your marks and hope your opponent makes a mistake here if you're any of the drivers here in the top 4. Mitchell putting the pressure on Benyako. That's what Kobza wants to see there in the 91. 5 to go at Steelback. Benyako just cannot get anything done in 1 and 2. You can see 3 and 4, he can really get on the gas, stretch his margin over the 83. But coming down here into 1 and 2, the car is just not sticking. Stuck better than it had been that time, but it's sticking everywhere around this racetrack for the Mopar 91. Jay Evernham has gone on record saying, I like winners, and I also want to make winners. But here, The All-Star car is full of winners this season. Daniel Kobza, next time by, he'll just have 2 more circuits left here in Pittsburgh to get it done and give himself another Mountain Dew Custom Series victory. 2 to go in the SeatGeek 200. Mitchell has wasted everything, has gone through everything in that car, but he's not going to get to P2 unless Benyako really slips up. Lloyd, does he have anything for P3? I don't know if there's time now. Benyako, a late race chance. Is there anything left in the tank of the 29? Kobza will feel the pressure as the white flag comes out. Benyako's missed turns 1 and 2, lap after lap. Can he get it done this time? I think he needed to get it there. If he wanted a shot, he's going to have to dive bomb it through 3 and 4. He's just too far back. Kobza hits his marks and will get it done. Back-to-back years at Steelback. The victory goes to Daniel Kobza. Jay Evernham's All-Star car, currently batting .500 here in the NSDCA season. 4 starts, 2 wins. You hate to see it for Alex Benyako, though. An incredible driver here at his home track. Comes up short. Very good performance out of the Ditech 29. Adam Mitchell, Danny Lloyd, 2 prospering prospects here in the NSDCA, come home 3rd and 4th. Cordell Smith, a good run for him in 5th. Mattson in 6th. Patrick Smith comes home 7th. He will definitely continue his points lead. John Dilks 8th. Larry Hagan 9th. A very good run for Coors Light Racing. Rose Henson comes home 10th. The rest of your results will be up on the screen. Thank you all for watching here on the NSDCA once again from Steelback. A pretty clean one here in the MDCS. And the next race in the MDCS, I believe we will be heading not too far from here. Just you got to go all the way around Lake Erie and up into Michigan a little bit to Port Huron for the I-69 Speedway event. That's our next one here. And that will do it today for your NSDCA Mountain Dew Custom Series coverage. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time on the NSDCA.